You're listening to WICR, Iona College Radio.
In the last 2 hours, I've lost my job, my apartment, my car, and my girlfriend.
What's up, Iona? Welcome to another episode of Gold Radio. I'm Gus.
Okay, Walsh, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Walsh? How you been, man?
I've been doing good, man. Just trying to get through this week. This week, it hit me out of nowhere. I had a lot of assignments due that I didn't realize. So, around 8 o'clock tonight, I'll be good.
All right, man. So anyway, today's episode's pretty good. We got a lot of good stuff. You know, we're talking about players. We got a little something special in the middle of the show. And, yeah, you know, as always, we'll just get right into it. So, talk about players. Obviously, that's great stuff. Wayne Rooney, everyone. You know, Wayne Rooney is now the leader in goal scoring for England. He has 50 goals in 107 appearances. He beat Sir Bobby Charlton, who was a former leader of the goal scoring for England. But he had 49 goals in 106 appearances. Walsh, what do you think of that? Because you're a Man U fan, I know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just great for a player like Wayne Rooney to get that accomplishment. He's kind of been the staple for that team, for England for just so long. Although I know this hasn't necessarily been like a golden era for them in regards to how they perform in World Cups and whatnot, but Wayne Rooney has just been the leader of that team, an idol for young players out in England growing up, and I think it's amazing just to see what he's been able to do for his country. Something I thought that was interesting is how Rooney's goal stats match up next to Messi and Ronaldo, and I'll just read them quickly. Messi in 104 games has 49 goals. Ronaldo in 122 games has 55 goals, and then Rooney in 107 has 50 goals, so he's on par with the arguably two greatest ever, at least, two of the best ever. So it shows how important he has been to his team, to his country, and I think it's awesome to see him get that record.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, like you said, you read the stats about Messi and Ronaldo about their international appearance, and Rooney, getting 50 goals in less than in 107 games compared to Messi and Ronaldo. That's a big deal, everyone. Like you strive to do the best also with your international team. I think it's amazing how Rooney is now the leading scorer for England. Who knows? Maybe there'll be someone else in the near future to possibly try to beat that. If not, he'll have that record for years to come.
That's a tough record. So if someone does beat that, that's going to be a great feat for them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Speaking of Manchester, also, Manchester players, David De Gea signed another 4 years with Man United. I don't know if we touched upon that last week, but he extended his contract. He's not leaving the Old Trafford. I think we talked about it last week a little bit. It's a good decision for Man U. It's kind of bad that Real Madrid, lost the opportunity there because of some filing, paperwork that didn't go so well. But yeah, David De Gea stays at Man U. That's a good thing for them.
I think it's a good thing too for both sides, in all honesty. If you look over at Madrid, I'm not sure if this maybe impacted his decision to re-sign, but since Real thought that they were going to be getting De Gea, they forced Casilla to leave.
Yeah.
Now Casilla was the best goalkeeper in the world for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And he's the greatest goalkeeper in Madrid history. Obviously, no debate, a legend there. And they forced him to leave. They forced him out. He didn't want to go. He was, he was crying at when he was saying goodbye to everyone. It was real tough for him. And for De Gea, who I think the biggest thing for him wanting to go there was to be back in Spain and around all those things. And I'm not sure. There's been no reports of this, but perhaps maybe he said to himself, well, maybe as much as I miss Spain, I'm going to be more loved and appreciated here at Manchester. And I think he has a fire about him. He's played phenomenal since getting back behind the net, and I think it's great for both parties. I think it definitely does help United a little bit more than. But especially this last weekend's fixture against Southampton, he had some incredible saves. So,
exactly.
Just really good to see. Glad to see him back. Glad to see he's staying, and hopefully he'll continue to keep that top form, showing he's one of the best in the world.
No, yeah, for sure. David De Gea, like you said, great goalkeeper. Look, Real Madrid wanted him. Real Madrid's one of the best teams, out there. But yeah, that says a lot, wanting a goalkeeper, like his stats. So, everyone, just check out David De Gea if you don't know him. Look him up on YouTube. He's got some great saves for Man U. But next on to the Bundesliga in Germany, Arturo Vidal. So for those who don't know, Arturo Vidal was a former Juventus player, left last year to come to Bayern Munich this year. And he's been doing pretty well. He's making his name out there in Germany.
Vidal is an amazing player. I think it's always impressive when players can be so effective on both sides of the ball. His work rates are through the charts. He'll get up the pitch, attack, put players through, take some long shots. And then defensively, he can be a rock at the back line, win everything within the middle of the field, not allow there to be too much pressure on the center backs or even Neuer. He's just really an outstanding player, and I think it was, last year Juventus was one of the top clubs. They made it to the Champions League final, and we all know the praise that Bayern has, and he's worked right into that starting 11. He's shown that he's earned it and deserves to be recognized as one of the top players in the world.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, just also last year too, winning the Serie A with Juventus, making it to the finals for the Champions, and also winning. What was it? That game with Chile that they won the whole thing?
Oh, the cup.
The Copa America.
Copa America.
Yes, Copa America. They won that with Chile. Like, that's a big accomplishment. Obviously,
They beat Argentina.
No, yeah, they did beat Argentina. With Angel Di Maria, Messi, Aguero,
all those players,
all those guys,
all those players.
It's insane. But yeah, Vidal, is a great midfielder. Great to have on the back. Kind of I guess a substitute for the leavings of Schweinsteiger. I don't know if they didn't really need Arturo that much, but for backup, I guess
Yeah, it's weird how it works over at Bayern. They are. It's not like it's a revolving door, but it doesn't seem like tenure plays a big role over there.
Yeah.
You have a player, and I know Robin's older, and I know Ribéry deals with injuries, but a player like Douglas Costa comes over, and he's in the starting 11 immediately. A player like Vidal comes over, and he's in the starting 11 immediately, and now Götze has to come off the bench. It's just, if you're the better player, you're going to play in the eyes of Pep.
Yeah, so, everyone check out Vidal also, great stuff. If you haven't seen, his videos, check it out at Juventus. He's actually got a lot of great goals and all that good stuff. And speaking of Argentine players that we were just talking about, Angel Di Maria, everyone. So Angel Di Maria, was with Real Madrid for quite a while, went to Manchester United for a bit. Didn't really impact the game over there at Manchester United. They would bench him a lot, which is sad. Because him being a great player and all, and now he's actually at Paris Saint-Germain or PSG for those who don't know. He's actually doing pretty well there.
Yeah, to be honest, it's not too surprising. One, he's just way too good of a player,
right?
To not perform at that high level. He is an amazing player. For what he did for Real Madrid was so important. I remember when he left, everyone was talking about how upset Ronaldo was because Di Maria was just constantly feeding him, getting him into great positions to score as many goals as Ronaldo did. And then, he went to United, and at first it seemed like it was going to be a good fit, but then I think he battled some injuries, and it just didn't work. He just couldn't find his form. And the thing is, when he first was leaving Madrid, he was supposed to go to PSG.
Yeah.
And it fell through. And I think that he always had his heart set on going there.
Yeah.
And I think once he got there, he got more excited. He's played well, and he's going to continue to play well. And I think that he's going to help PSG go to another title easily over in Ligue 1.
Yeah, PSG is always a favorite now every year, having, all those great players there. But now with Di Maria, it's just going to be an unstoppable team in the French league. And, it's just amazing how, how you can be a certain type of player for one team, but then, once you get fixed to another team, you're a completely whole different person. And I think I've heard also that Di Maria actually didn't even want to go to Manchester United.
Yeah,
I think that wasn't even his plan. But
no, he
they paid well for him.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
took it.
I'm not sure if how much he was ready to leave Madrid. I know that, obviously he was. It seemed like he was on his way out, but I think his destination, he wanted to play for PSG. It's what he wanted, and for a lot of these players, if they end up elsewhere, it makes it difficult. So, and I think that was the case. I just don't think he was necessarily too happy there. But now, he's going to be in form. It's going to be upsetting to watch, kind of, because you wish he was still
Right.
wearing a red jersey, but. It's good for him. I'm a fan of Di Maria. I love the way he plays the game.
Yeah, me too. Di Maria is actually, international wise too. He's really good. He's just an overall great player. When he has the playing time and he has his position, in his role, he's gonna make a big impact for whatever team. But if you're gonna bench him like Manchester United, which was not a great idea, you're not gonna get the performance out of your player because you're pretty much telling him, hey, you're just here as a backup, so we don't really need you right now. So just take a bench.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it's overall, just the player's mindset, honestly. But we'll just jump into one more quickly. There's a transfer rumor about Ronaldo going back to Manchester United. There's just been so many talks about that. How do you think?
I mean,
do you think he'll end his career back in Manchester?
No, he's going to end his career in the States playing for David Beckham's Miami MLS team. That I'm confident in. But as far as Ronaldo back to apparently the reports are that Ronaldo wants another test in his career.
Right.
Apparently he wants to do something. Now here's what I want, though. I would love for him to come back to Manchester United. How could you not? But if he comes back to Manchester United, I want Messi to leave Barcelona. Probably is never going to happen.
Never.
And go play at Man City. One, keep the rivalry alive. But two, you look at, in my opinion, the top three players in the world are Ronaldo, Messi, and Suarez. Ronaldo and Suarez have dominated the BPL.
Yeah.
I want to see Messi do it. I'd like to see Messi come over, and I'm not saying that he would struggle. I'm not. You can't doubt Lionel Messi. That's foolish.
Yeah.
I just want to see him do it. I want to see Lionel Messi play in the BPL, and if Ronaldo leaves, I think that it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it doesn't. I just think it would be so much more exciting,
Right.
to see that. So. I don't know if Ronaldo's going to go back, but if Ronaldo does, I want him to grab Messi by his head and bring him, but just leave him at City. As much as obviously, it's like, oh, how could you want Lionel Messi to play for City? But I just think, as a fan, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, real quick, I just, like you said, I don't think there's ever a slight chance that Messi will ever leave Barcelona, just because he's been so loyal to them. That's actually where he started. That's where they signed him professionally. In his youth club also, like, mid youth. That's where he signed him, and that's where he's been pretty much his entire career. So in my opinion, I think I don't think Messi's ever leaving La Liga ever in his career. I think that's just where he's gonna retire, like Puyol, pretty much. But that's just my opinion. Who knows? We'll see what happens, in the coming years. I mean, he's getting old. He's getting old now.
Who's that?
Messi.
Messi's not old.
He's getting old.
Messi's under 30. He's younger than Ronaldo.
I know, but he's getting there. He's getting to the age.
He's got plenty of time left to continue.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Messi. I've been supporting him since '06, but I don't know, man. Just right now, he just needs to step. He needs to step it up again, man. He needs to keep winning those Ballon d'Oros.
Well, I still think right now Ronaldo's better than Messi. So, I mean, I think that. I mean, but Messi. I mean, he's 27. He's gonna. I mean, even if he doesn't win the next 3 Ballon d'Ors, he's gonna win the next 3 after that, probably.
Well, we'll see about that, Walsh. But anyways, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll just talk about the new FIFA game. So, get excited for that. All right, peace.